And I mean, this forecast blew my mind. If we look at it, we could literally hit. Welcome back everyone to the official Coinex channel. My name is Jack, and today we're going to be reviewing Solana. This cryptocurrency that was born in 2020 was a revolution when it came out, and today it's still hitting hard as it's the top 5 in coin market cap. And this is saying because obviously it's been out now for 4 years and it's standing out day by day. It's one of the few cryptocurrencies that actually made new time highs after the drops that we had in the past, and we're going to see everything in details today. But first of all, I want to mention that we have some big airdrops coming out from Jump and from Sonic, okay, both in the Solana blockchain, where we can see that Solana ecosystem users are set to benefit from the last 2 major airdrops in January. And obviously this benefits the actual blockchain, it benefits Solana, and this is why we could have seen price starting to go up. We're actually seeing some nice market structure levels as well starting to go up. We're respecting the 200 EMA that we're seeing now, and everything is looking quite neat. As well, we have this prediction that says that Solana can hit the $3,000. This would be a times 10 of where the price is now, and that would be insane. That would be crazy. And we can see here that how it more or less explains how it could hit. We're using the pattern of cup and handle pattern, and we could see that using Fibonacci, we could see how the levels go from 477 to 1,900 and to 2,200 and then up to 4,300, completing this pattern. But obviously this is a prediction. It doesn't mean it's going to happen the next week, so we must keep an eye on that, and I'll give you my opinion later on in the video. If we take a quick peek at the market cap, how it's been evolving through the days, we can see that it's not losing too much. In the last day, we can see it's more or less maintaining itself. And obviously, if we go into the price, we can see more or less it's staying the same as it should. There's nothing weird happening around here. We have loads market cap, obviously, and it's in the 5th position, as I mentioned before. And to be honest with you, Solana is one of these blockchains, so this one of these cryptocurrencies that I actually believe in as well as I believe in Bitcoin, I believe in Solana. I think it's got a great community behind, and it's a great cryptocurrency in my opinion. But obviously, is this enough to reach $3,000 in the future? Well, who knows? We don't know how things can evolve in the future. But let's have a look in the short term and more or less see where it could go in the next weeks. If we firstly come to a monthly chart, we can see obviously that it's made this all-time high, and that's why it's dropped, because obviously you must remember that this is an investment asset and it's to invest and sell when it gets to its peak. Obviously this happens to anything that you can believe more or less in the project, but you're always going to sell the project at the end when it gets to its high. And here we have the last market structure point that it shouldn't break, that is 110, okay? And if we come down to a daily, we could see how market structure is starting to evolve. As well, must mention that it's got the 200 EMA, it has respected, but obviously I want to keep in mind and I want to send out a message. The 200 EMA isn't a miracle. It doesn't make miracles. It's just the last 200 candles that is saying that price is still above on the last 200 candles, but it's not a major level. It's just basically saying that it's still above the last 200 candles, in this case in daily candles, but it's no miracle. The real miracle here is our risk management, okay? If we take our risk in little portions and we do things correctly, we can do great trading. But don't buy just because it's hit the 200 EMA. Please don't do that. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. Everybody can do with the money whatever they want, but me personally, I don't see the sense in doing things like that, okay? Don't go crazy. It's your money. It's hard to earn. Don't go crazy. And now coming back to the market structure, you know, I'm a professional analyst of market structure. We can see that in the daily, we still haven't broken in an uptrend, okay? Uptrend will be when we break this high up here at 235. We can see here 235. When we break up here, will be considered an uptrend in a daily time frame. Why? Because we have broken market structure points like this one here. That was a 200. It was a very important one. We can see how it retraced here, and it ended going through, and it's broken back up to 200. And this is important, obviously, because the 200 is a psychological level, and we'll be able to see it probably above the 235 in the future. But if we go in the weekly time frame, we'll be able to see that it's still in an uptrend in the weekly. It's respecting a great zone. This is a perfect zone for buying. Okay, this one here was a perfect zone for buying. We can see how it had a great reaction. Obviously, this is just an order block that was sat there, or last swing low. You can call it however you want. And obviously, it just flew up from here. So if we go down in a 4-hour time frame, we'll be able to see even more or less what's happening and how it shifts the market structure in this level here. We can see how the last market structure level was this one here, and it got shifted the 3rd of January. Okay, so this can indicate that we'll start a nice uptrend, but we must be careful because this is going quite steep. Okay, and you know that when market goes very steep up or very steep down, it can have a retracement and go the opposite direction. Okay, when it goes very trendy in one direction, it can be either there's just lots of momentum, lots of volume, lots of liquidity, or it could be a manipulation. Okay, so always keep an eye on that. It could easily fly up here and then drop low again. Why could this happen? Basically because this is the high, and this is where investors like me consider a good price for selling in the short term. So if I've bought down here, I'm not going to wait to sell it right at above. I'm going to sell a 50 or 70% of my liquidity at this part here. And this, if a lot of people do it, can make it drop down. And if we look at the last pivot, this indicator that predicts the future based on what's happened in the past, we can see that it's got a similar idea of what I've got. And we can see how it's predicting it can go low again. And it can go quite low. If we record to this, we're looking at the 100 level. If we draw a line down here, we can see it's at 95 is what predicting it could go. So we have quite different ideas here. One saying it could go to 3,000, or one saying it could go to $100 again. Me personally, I'm not going to go to any of these extremes. I'm a short-term investor, and I don't think it's going to go down here in the short term or to 3,000 in the short term. What I do think is I can see a reaction more or less at this zone here. Okay, I think there's going to be a reaction here because obviously it's the last high, and when we get a touch on the last high or the last low, it tends to have some retracements. So I could see movement here, and I could see another movement probably happening here. Obviously, I'll be selling up here and I'll be buying down here, as I always do in this market. Because really, the only one that I tend to hold the most is Bitcoin. The rest of them, I do tend to buy and sell when it goes through, because that's just the way that I've made money in the market. But please let me know your ideas, what you think Solana can do in the next weeks. I hope you have a great start of the year, and I'll see you next time.